Hello there. Welcome to part 2 of Make Health Your Hobby for Women 50 and over. We're going to continue with our webinar here. Oh, sorry. Technical problems here. Anyway, okay, we're here. So now let's talk about having a plan. Let me read this list for you. 50 and over Women's Health Plan. Move. Very important, remember? Love, of course. Stay lean. Yes, we all want that. Eat pure. Yes, eat well. Laugh. Yeah, let's have fun. Pray. Extremely important. Stay flexible. Yeah, do your exercises. Remember stretching. Serve others. Remember giving. So better to give than to receive. Enjoy music. Yes, music is good. It helps your mood, right? Work out moderately. Yes, remember, forget about those killing workouts when you were 20 and 30. No, now work out moderately. Relax. Yes, take breaks constantly if you need to. Go slow. Yes, you don't need to hurry. Okay, there's always 24 hours in a day, no less and no more. So go slow, take your time, have fun, sleep, extremely important. Sleep at the same time every night and wake up at the same time every day. Try as much as you can. Be positive. Yes, be thankful for everything you have, for everything, for good things and for bad things, because God has always a purpose for everything. Healthy mindset. Remember the healthy mindset? It's very important what you think. Okay? If your thinking is negative, change your thinking and have a plan. Well, this is kind of a plan, right? So I know this list may seem like a good list for any person, no matter the age. Well, you're right, but unfortunately, we don't do all this when we are younger. Of course, life happens and our priorities change throughout the different stages of life, but now we can make this plan a reality. Have you ever heard the term centenarians? Centenarians are people who live to be at least 100 years old. These people likely invested in their lives on a daily basis, which dramatically reduce the garbage in their bodies and strengthen their garbage disposal system. Remember, our immune system. Centenarians have healthy habits that include eating pure foods, stay active, and having a good attitude. If these people can live to be 100 years old, so can you. To make it to age 100, it seems that a person must have to inherit good genes. And that's a definitely factor. However, many individuals have the capacity to make it well into the early 90s and largely without chronic disease. Blue zones uncover 9 evidence-based common denominators among the world centenarians that are believed to slow this aging process. These blue zones really exist around the world. I'm going to tell you some factors or things that the centenarians in these blue zones do. Number 1, they move naturally. The world's longest lived people do not pump iron, run marathons, or join gyms. Nope. Instead, they live in environments that constantly nudge them into moving without thinking about it. They walk long distances. You know, they try to keep themselves mobile. They grow gardens and do not have mechanical conveniences for house and yard work. Number 2, they have purpose, very important. The Okinawans call it ikigai, and the Nicoyans call it plan de vida. For both, it translates to why I wake up in the morning. Knowing your sense of purpose is worth up to 7 years of extra life expectancy. Number 3, it is downshift. Even people in the blue zones experience stress. Stress leads to chronic inflammation, as we learned, as I mentioned before, which is associated with every major age-related disease. What the world's longest lived people have that others do not are routines to shed that stress. Okinawans take a few moments each day to remember their ancestors. Adventists, for example, pray. Icarians take a nap. And Sardinians in Italy do happy hour. I personally prefer praying, of course. Number 4, 80% rule. Hara hachibu. This is what Okinawans in Japan say before meals. Hara hachibu. Reminds them to stop eating when their stomachs are 80% full. The 20% gap between not being hungry and feeling full could be the difference between losing weight or gaining it. People in the blue zones eat their smallest meal in the late afternoon or early evening, and then they do not eat any more the rest of the day. Number 5, they plant lovers. They are plant lovers. Beans, including faba, black soy, and lentils, are the cornerstone of most centenarian diets. Meat, mostly pork, is eaten on average only 5 times per month. Serving sizes are 3 to 4 ounces, about the size of a deck of cards. Number 6, wine. People in all blue zones, except Adventists, drink alcohol moderately and regularly. Moderate drinkers outlive non-drinkers. Their trick is to drink 1 to 2 glasses per day, preferably Sardinian canoa, I don't know how to pronounce it, but canono wine with friends and or with food. I am not promoting drinking alcohol, but I mentioned this here as a centenarian practice, although I personally like a glass of red wine once in a while. Number 7, belonging, belong. All but 5 of the 263 centenarians interviewed so far belong to some faith-based community. Denomination does not seem to matter. Research shows that attending faith-based services 4 times per month will add 4 to 14 years of life expectancy. Number 8, loved ones first. Successfully centenarians in the blue zones put their families first. This means keeping aging parents and grandparents nearby or in the home. It lowers disease and mortality rates of children in the home too. They commit to a life partner, which can add up to 3 years of life expectancy, and invest in their children with time and love. They will be more likely to care for aging parents when the time comes. And finally, number 9, the right tribe, which means having a social circle or network. The world's longest lived people chose or were born into social circles that supported healthy behaviors. Okinawans created moais, groups of 5 friends that committed to each other for life. Like they meet frequently, if not every day, and they chat and they talk and they laugh and they eat and they drink. Research from the Framingham studies too shows that smoking, obesity, happiness, and even loneliness are contagious. So the social networks of long-lived people have favorably shaped their health behaviors. So there is so much we can learn from these people in order to take care of our bodies, soul, and minds, right? Okay, now there are many different approaches to help our aging bodies thrive. And of course, you know your own body and what works for you and what don't. I'm going to share one approach that has been helping me to regain my strength, improve my mood, and to regulate my hormones, and the effect that stability has brought to my overall health. This is called the 5-0 method. And the 5-0 method has, of course, 5 steps. The first one is eat the right number of calories consistently every single day, meaning that your body needs a certain number of calories depending on your height, age, and level of activity just to survive. This number varies depending on your goals. If you want to lose weight, you need a certain number of calories. You need to eat consistently each day. Or if you are good on your weight and want to maintain that weight, or even if you want to add some weight, it's just being consistent. Number 2 is exercise moderately every day. Remember those killer workouts, right? You used to do when you were 20 or 30s, that we mentioned a couple times before. Women in their 50s and over need to exercise less, but effectively. Otherwise, we stress our bodies and storage fat instead of losing it when we exercise more than moderately. Drinking the right amount of water, that's number 3, is very important. Our bodies are 60% water. Also, sleeping every night helps your body to repair while you sleep. That's the time, actually, when your body is repairing itself. So you need to sleep. Managing your mindset, remember, very important, makes a huge difference as our thoughts create ideas. And those ideas create actions. Did I mention that all these need to be consistent, like every day? If you want to know more about these 5 steps, you can look for PAHLA. It spells PAHLA, and B, like letter B. And her 5-0 method, it really works. It really makes a difference. You can look for her on YouTube. And you may be wondering, why am I endorsing this method? Well, it is because I'm doing it. I wouldn't do this if I wouldn't try it first and see if it works, and it does work. So these steps aren't something new in the world of healthy living, but having the advice and expertise of someone doing this for over 15 years, like this lady, Paula, with positive results, it's pretty great. Now, eating and exercising are great, but also making healthy choices when choosing what to eat, it's important. Many of us also wonder how to eat, which includes how much to eat and how often. The body is smart. It is our job to listen to it. We call this wisdom of the body, which basically means that we are in tune with that, with our body needs. When we listen to our hunger cues and fuel our body accordingly, we feel better. Eat when you are hungry and stop eating when you are full. It takes about 20 minutes for the brain to know that the stomach is full. Eating slowly and pausing throughout the meal allows time for the brain to get the message. So take the time to chew, take the time to enjoy what you are eating. Don't rush. Because as we age, our digestion slows, nutrient absorption slows, the garbage disposal weakens, metabolism slows. Well, you get the idea. Everything becomes slow. All this worked faster when we were 20 or 30s. So eating mini meals does not mean snacking all day long on unhealthy foods. It means choosing small portions of high quality foods about 4 to 5 times a day. When you eat smaller portions, it is not uncommon for your body to be hungry every 2 to 4 hours. But it is not about watching a clock. It's about listening to your body and fueling it with when it's hungry. One way to incorporate mini meals is to practice what Dr. Sears calls the rule of twos. Eat twice as often. Eat half as much. Chew twice as long and take twice the time to dine. So what are the benefits of these mini meals? Studies have shown that people who eat mini meals have better digestion, which means less heartburn, acid reflux, constipation, and inflammation. Eating small amounts every few hours also helps stabilize blood sugar. So it is easier to control weight and there is less risk of heart disease. It also helps hormones stay in balance, which keeps the brain happy and lessens the risk of brain diseases like Alzheimer. Now that you have a better understanding of how to eat, we're going to talk about what to eat and what not to eat, which is also an important part of staying healthy. There are basically two categories of foods: all foods and junk foods. All foods are foods that detract from your healthy plan. These are foods that are often high in unhealthy fats, low in fiber, highly processed, and often contain high fructose corn syrup, hydrogenated oils, artificial flavors, colors, and chemical preservatives. Some examples are fast food, of course. Ultra-processed packaged foods are, as these are the ones that contain the ingredients I just mentioned. And of course, don't feel guilty if you eat these types of foods once in a while. But for most of the time, try to avoid them as they can easily become staples in your life. They can become addictive. Junk foods are quality foods that lengthen our lifespan and our health span. These foods are real, unprocessed foods, generally nutrient-dense, are naturally colorful, and contain healthy fat, complex carbohydrates, and they are high in protein and fiber. The best way to know what to eat is to eat real food. Now, let's talk about some great foods for women 50 and over. We have a list here. Let's talk about blueberries. Blueberries have been shown to delay aging and promoting longevity. Most research on the health benefits of blueberry focuses on their cognitive benefits, protecting memory-associated regions in the brain from oxidative damage and slowing age-related damage to brain cells. Blueberries are rich in anthocyanins, a compound credited for its anti-aging effects, limiting cellular damage caused by free radicals. Remember the free radicals when we talk about rusting and oxidation? And also blueberries help preventing a large array of ailments. What about dark chocolate? Who doesn't like dark chocolate? I love dark chocolate. The 2010 Dietary Guideline Committee concluded that adding moderate amounts of dark chocolate, in addition to a healthy, balanced diet, can provide anti-aging benefits. Since dark chocolate is high in calories, eating a small piece of chocolate with the highest percentage of cacao, like 70 to 90%, is enough to help slow the effect of aging, according to research published in Antioxidants and Redox Signaling. Also, nuts. Eating nuts as part of a balanced diet can add years to your life by helping prevent chronic disease, such as cancer, cardiovascular disease, and cognitive decline. Nuts contain both monosaturated and polyunsaturated fats, and both compounds have been associated with reduced heart disease and type 2 diabetes risk. Because all vascular factors have been related to cognition, nuts may have the potential to slow cognitive decline in older adults. Some of the best nuts to consume for anti-aging include chestnuts, walnuts, pecans, and well, much more. What about figs? I love figs. Figs nutrition is rich in flavonoids or polyphenols, which are responsible for strong antioxidant properties that helps prevent various and oxidative stress related medical conditions such as hepatic and neurodegenerative issues. And collagen protein. Collagen is the most important and abundant protein in the body, keeping it healthy and young for a long time. For instance, research from the Beijing University's Department of Food and Nutritional Hygiene at the School of Public Health in China investigated the protective effects of marine collagen peptides on the skin of aged mice. And this research concluded that the results show that marine collagen peptides might play a protective role on skin aging by improving the activity of antioxidants. So, yeah, go and find a good protein, collagen protein. Could be either animal source or a marine collagen. So both are really great. And also number 6, salmon. I love salmon. We are so blessed to have lots of salmon here in Canada. Just a little note. Salmon has high amounts of astaxanthin. It's a super antioxidant. Yeah, we are still talking about antioxidants. And carotenoid, known for its unique anti-aging benefits. Astaxanthin is produced in algae, bacteria, and fungi, and it concentrates higher up in the food chain as these primary producers are consumed for food. In a study, this substance inhibited oxidative damage to DNA and reducing C-reactive protein and strengthening the immune system. Number 7, bone broth. Oh, so good. Yes, bone broth is so good. What about hot soup with bone broth and vegetables? So good. Bone broth seems to be very popular these days, and especially when concerned with bone health. According to the Weston A. Price Foundation, both broth contains minerals in forms that your body can easily absorb, including calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, silicon, sulfur, and others, which are important for bone health. So, yeah, go and make some bone broth. Find a good recipe. There's lots in the internet. Also, avocado, another favorite of mine. Avocado has been in the spotlight recently as a superfood containing phytochemicals and these are important nutrients to prevent the negative effect of aging. Avocados are packed with monosaturated fatty acids and antioxidants, which are key compounds into keeping your arteries healthy and young. And last but not least, turmeric. Turmeric has anti-aging and skin lightening properties, and it has been used in cosmetic formulations for many years, like for centuries. According to extensive research also, including studies published in Immunity and Aging, the curcumin in turmeric may help against aging of the joints, brain, and other neurodegenerative conditions. Also great for anti-aging food are yogurt, green vegetables, lean protein, beans, and legumes. And if you were wondering about the benefit, here are some of the most important, such as lower risk of heart disease, skin protection, support cognitive function, aid bone health, vision protection, improve gut health. So go and find some of these foods. Yes. Now that we know what to eat and how to eat, let's talk about some simple tips to support digestion. How will the body digest food directly affects nutrient absorption. So digestion slows, as you already know, as we age. When we eat smaller portions of high quality food during the day, it allows our bodies to do a better job digesting the food Because the stomach enzymes are not overwhelmed. When we choose lower and longer, we stimulate saliva production. So the saliva digestive enzymes begin working before the food reaches the stomach. And chewing longer stimulates satiety, which means we are less likely to overeat. All of these make the gut feel better, puts us in a better mood, and stabilizes insulin levels. Now we reach smart shopping tips. Let's talk about these for a little while. First, make a list of what you need before you go to the store. Studies show that shoppers who bring a list are less impulsive in their purchases. Next, shop the perimeter of the store. This is one of the best ways to make sure you are eating real foods. You will notice that when you walk into most grocery stores, the produce section is first. Foods in the produce section are often junk foods. Remember, all in junk foods. So this is a great place to fill your cart. As you go around the perimeter towards the back of the store, many of these foods in the bakery and dairy section also qualify as junk foods. But portion control is important. As you continue around, you will begin to see the old foods, which tend to be placed toward the end of the perimeter and all throughout the aisles in the middle of the stores. Also, the frozen section, which is often down the middle of the store, can also contain some junk foods. You just need to read the labels. Next, be sure to stock up on sale items, especially frozen foods and not food items. Buy organic produce whenever possible to avoid the pesticides. When organic is not on sale or unavailable, the next best type of produce to buy is local and fresh. Of course, always read the labels. This is important even if you think the food will not contain unhealthy ingredients, as manufacturers often add preservatives and flavor enhancers. Those weird names on the labels? Yeah, better do your research. The first couple of times you go to the store and read labels, shopping may take a bit longer. But as you discover brands and products that have healthier ingredients, shopping will become very quick and easy because you will no need to shop in every section of the store. Remember, the best way to eat healthy is just eat real food, right? So on a side note, I would like to mention that shopping for groceries online is one of the best things ever. I have shopped online for my groceries for years, and I have found many positive things about it. Talking about shopping, I would like to invite you to my next webinar called Smart Shopping for a Healthier You. On this webinar, we will talk about all these points that I mentioned in detail, plus some more excellent tips about nutrition and how to help you shop smart. Now you may think, well, all these sound nice, but how do I do this? Where do I start? How much is too much exercise? What do you mean with exercise moderately? How much is too much food or too little? How can I change my mindset? How much water do I need to drink every day? How can I sleep better? Well, I will love to answer these questions with one simple answer. But in reality, in order to answer all these questions, I would need to know you first. Each body is different and each person's needs are different. I'm here to help you. That is why I made this webinar. So what works for you may not work for other person. So if you need support, I am here to support and guide you. In this time we're living, we have free access to so much information on the internet. Yes, that sounds great. But most of the information on the internet wasn't written in a personalized way to meet your specific needs, right? The internet doesn't know your current state of mind, your daily struggles and challenges to accomplish your goals. And also you cannot be accountable to a computer, right? So, well, I can help you with all that. It is very difficult to do this alone. Believe me, I have tried. But having the support and expertise of someone who walks alongside with you is very important, especially if that someone, aka me, has experienced everything we just talked about today. So please feel free to visit my website, bigwellnutrition.org, or my Facebook page. The link is right here on the image. On my website, you will find more information about what I can offer you. And on my Facebook page, you will find interesting articles and information about events I offer, like webinars or workshops. Also, I am sharing the link of the 5-0 method from Paula B here, in case you want to take a look and see if this may interest you as a tool. You can find her amazing many workout series on YouTube by just look for Paula B. Well, it was a pleasure and a blessing for me to be with you today. And I hope this information was helpful to you. Please feel free to contact me on my website or email me. There's my email address, claudinechn@gmail.com. So again, I'm here to help you find your way to feel better, to create a plan that works for your unique needs, and to support your body to regain the stability that it needs in order to age gracefully and healthy. So I hope to see you soon. And remember, eat well, move well, and be well. Thank you for joining me today. Bye-bye.